Anything that you understand about yourself and about England, particularly after leaving the place?
Yeah, just having the ability to sit there and laugh at Brexit. I don't give a shit. It's like, you're really making that decision. Oh my God, but laughing here, because it's like, oh, whatever. Yeah, that kind of thing. It's just the nonsense that you used to have to put up with in the UK. Like every autumn, can't get trains because there's leaves on the track. You're like, really? So all those kind of broken things in the UK, the healthcare system and all that, God, and then you move here to this very efficiently run, everything works country. It's like, yeah, it's cool and safe,
You experienced any prejudices against you being British? Like
here?
Somewhere, like in this part of the world?
Yeah, I have here a couple of times, some visiting gangs from neighbouring Southeast Asia countries. Maybe I won't mention the country. But yeah, we got in a massive fight once in Chimes, which was gang of guys.
Chimes?
Yeah, of all places, right?
Oh.
Chimes. Yeah, really? But I'm badly bashed up. Yeah, this scar here was a bottle around the head. Another one.
In Chimes here in Singapore?
Chimes here, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Why? What happened?
Racist attack. You're not Singaporean, we're Singaporean, this is what we do to non-Singaporeans, was the chant. But funnily enough, they weren't Singaporean. They were from just across a bridge that you can, but yeah, it's about, 10, 12 lads bashed us up, hit my friend's wife around the face with a chair, popped her eye out, slipped 2 discs on one of my friends, so they were stamping on his back. I had, wounds here. And the police here, said it was our fault. No CCTV, that got turned off, all the bouncers left and just kind of let it go on. So, that was a good few years ago. But then the funny thing was, people were asking me why you got the turban on, right? Because there's obviously the stitches and everything. Explain the scenario. And they're like, Chimes? Oh yeah, my friend's husband got stabbed in Chimes. Like, what? Chimes? And another customer of mine, again, when I sort of said, look, I can't come to a meeting because I've got these wounds. He's like, oh God, I had the same down at Robertson Quay. Like, really? So it happens definitely, and it is racist, but doesn't get publicised much.
What year was it?
Oh, this is ages ago. Probably about 10 years ago. It was weird because the actual table that we were sat at, so 3 Singaporeans, 2 white guys, 1 white lady, and my Filipino wife. Yeah. So it's a complete mixed bag, but they singled out the Anglo. So my 3 Singaporean friends got picked up by the bouncers and literally carried away, and then it all kicked off, came outside, and it's just a bloodbath,
When people hear this story, they're like, oh, maybe Singapore is not so safe.
Oh, it is. That's a one-off, right?
One-off.
An absolute one-off. 16 years here, I don't think I've seen one fight in Singapore. If I was back in Margate, every weekend.
Every weekend?
Every weekend. Last time I went back, big fight, close the street, police. It's like every weekend. So
was it more like a fun, or it was like a real fight?
No, fight, full on.
Like
completely drugged out of his head, taking on bouncers outside of another bar, about 10 times the size of him. It kicks off, turns into a whole street riot. We're kind of watching it behind closed curtains in the pub type thing, like, ooh, I'm not going out there. But that's every weekend. Leave all that stuff behind and just look at it from afar now and go. So I love going back home, don't get me wrong, but I love coming away from it as well. And this is Joo Chiat Place. This is the place that used to be a lot of KTV. So we'll still see a bit of that. We're at the bottom end of Joo Chiat Road, which goes up here. So we're kind of in Little Vietnam at the moment. And then gradually as you go up, it starts to become a bit more kind of Western. And you'll see very nice boutique-y, artisanal sort of shops, restaurants, coffee shops, etc. And bakeries, but we're in Little Vietnam to start.
Can you explain to the people not from Singapore, not from this region, what's the KTVs about?
So KTV is like karaoke.
Okay. Why are you smiling and laughing?
So sometimes the girls that are in the KTV use different things for a microphone. Right, get a good tune out of that.
That's the explanation.
So this is a KTV. So anything that's got basically a Courvoisier or a Martel Brandy neon sign is a KTV. They are karaoke. But there's lots of ladies in there. Lots of ladies from Vietnam, Thailand, Southeast Asia, that are basically there to pour a drink for the gentleman that may want to have a song. And they get frequented a lot by taxi drivers. So taxi drivers take a break for an hour. That's where they take their break. And then The other little known fact as well is that Hotel 81s, which you'll see along here in a minute, charge by the hour. I wonder why that is.
Okay.
Yeah, so anytime you see KTVs, there will always be a Hotel 81 nearby. It's a bit of a food paradise here as well.
You come here often?
All the time.
Yeah?
Yeah, the variety is amazing, you know, for local stuff, Vietnamese, Southeast Asian cuisine. And then, you know, like this place here is a friend. So this is like some of the best Spanish food that you're probably going to get in the whole of Singapore.
What's it called?
So this is Asador. So yeah, this is two young guys from Spain. There we go. Opened a place in Siglat, which is a bit more kind of like family oriented, and then this one's more fine dine. But it's, you know, it's the beauty of this is everything's cooked over wood that they've imported, and then they get basically the prestigious recognition of one of the best Spanish restaurants by the Spanish ambassador, because they import a lot of local produce from Spain. And now we're in Italy. So this is Cagini's, which is great. They do something crazy like 7 different flours just to make a pizza dough in here. It's nuts.
In terms of like food scene, how Singapore changed within the last like 10, 15 years?
A lot more international, you know, almost demand by the Singaporeans as well, yeah? So it's not just because of us, you know, expats, no. So if you look at as well what the trade ambassadors for each of these countries is doing as well, you know, they're actively encouraging it. So I would say at the moment, you know, on a massive high is going to be Spanish, Italian and Mexican in Singapore. It's just, you know, it's really popular. It kind of befits the same style as Singaporean food, so it's tapasy, you know, so it's bits, it's not one big meal.
Yeah.
So Singapore love that kind of thing, the sharing plates. So those have just gone boom through the roof, you know. I think there's something like 20 or 30 top end of town. And the other thing as well, I think the big thing of late is Michelin focus on Singapore. You know, so you can go to a hawker and have Michelin star rated food, as well as a fine dining silver service restaurant. So that's had quite an impact as well, I think, on the evolution of food.
You said about that people like to share food in Singapore. So that's the cultural thing.
If you go to like an average hawker, or you go to like a Zisha restaurant, they tend to have that lazy Susan in the middle, which is all for sharing, right? You know, you spin it round, you take a little bit. Again, another thing I don't miss from the UK is that you go to the UK, you order your food, and it normally comes with a massive pile of chips to, you know, warrant the price. Here, bits and pieces, you know, so it's that kind of tapa style. So you get to select, you know, a selection rather than one choice. Yeah. And that's genius, you know?
Yeah, I love it.